Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Tanelia and this is Young Beauty. Today we're going to be doing a first impressions of the new Nomad palette. This is the Cartegena Magica. I believe I've said that correctly. This is their newest palette in their collection. The one that came out right before this was the Orient Express. I was very tempted to get that one, but I'm kind of glad that I waited because this one is so much more up my alley. I love this beautiful kind of tropical packaging you have here with the parrot and all the tropical plants and birds and animals. And when you open it up on the inside, you just have these beautiful red and orange and yellow tones. You guys know how much I love orange and red. So when I saw this one, I was like, yeah, I have to have that. And this palette was only $37, which is a really good price for an independent brand. The only other palette that I currently own from Nomad Cosmetics is that Tokyo Harajuku palette, which was the Japanese kawaii themed palette. That one came out sometime last year, but it was new to me. I did a video for that. I'll drop a card in this video if you guys want to check that one out. I absolutely loved everything about that palette, from the packaging to the color story. It was absolutely beautiful. The co-founders of Nomad Cosmetics are Felicia and Auntie. I believe I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, guys, please correct me. I want to make sure that I'm saying his name the right way. Each palette is named after some place in the world that the owners have traveled to, and they have been all over the world. This palette is named for Cartagena, Colombia. And this is the little card that came in the package. It's just a little picture, a little scenery in Cartagena. I've already done some swatches that are pre-filmed, but let's go ahead and we'll drop those in and go ahead and talk about those. There are 15 shades in this palette. 9 are matte. 6 are that beautiful metallic wet shimmery formula. The Nomad matte formula is just so smooth, so buttery. It's very pigmented. I love the beautiful red tones in here. These burnt oranges, just so warm and toasty. I absolutely love that. The shimmer metallic formula from Nomad, it is one of the smoothest, shiniest, wettest, glossiest formulas that I have ever used. They just glide on and look so beautiful and shiny on the eyelids. I absolutely love them. I am so excited to be able to play around with this palette and put together a look. So let's go ahead and get started. All of my base products are already done. Primer, foundation, concealer, already finished. I'll drop everything on the description box below, but I did want to share the blush and the highlighter that I picked up. I picked these up from Ulta probably a couple of months ago, but I haven't had a chance to actually use them yet. But I thought with the beautiful orangey red tone palette they're going to be using today, this would be a perfect time to pull out this blush. This is the Covergirl TruBlend So Flushed High Pigment Blush. It is in Hot Frenzy. As you can see, it's kind of this beautiful red tone blush. It has this beautiful burnt orangey red tone to it. It is so beautiful. And when they say pigmented, they mean pigmented. I just kind of went in with my brush, lightly tapped into the blush, and then just lightly brushed it into my face and then blended it in. I absolutely love red tones like this. And then the highlighter is from JCat Beauty. This is called You Glow Girl. The shade is Moon and Back. It is a baked highlighter. It's just a really beautiful gold kind of tone to it. The undertone actually pulls more pink, so it kind of goes from gold to pink in the shift. Just absolutely beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids right quick so we can put together an eye look. I'm just very excited about playing with these shadows. Like I said, I absolutely love the Nomad Cosmetics formula. It's just so unique and buttery. As you can see, there are some like purple and pink tones in here, but I think I really want to stick with the orange and red tones. And what I'm going to do this time is, rather than actually try to say the names, because I would probably end up butchering them again like I did with the Tokyo Harajuku palette, I'm just going to point to the names and then I'll write the names on the screen so you can see what shade that I'm talking about. But I think that'd be a little bit safer than like butchering the names by trying to say them. But the first thing I'm going to do is go into this corner shade right here, which is kind of a rich burnt orange kind of a shade. And I think I want to lay that down with this big fluffy brush here. This is a BH Cosmetics blending brush, and just kind of put that down as my transition shade. Oh my god, I absolutely love this eyeshadow formula. It's just so pigmented, so smooth, blends just so beautifully. And this tone, oh, that is a beautiful orangey tone. That's gorgeous. Oh, you guys know how I feel about orange and red tones. I absolutely love them. Just blending that all in. Look at this. I mean, absolutely no effort whatsoever. I have got to wash my brushes so bad. I keep them in a little cup whenever they get dirty, and my cup is like full overflowing. I need to wash my makeup sponges too. But yeah, we're going to do that after this video. I'm going to go ahead and get everything washed. But I'm going to take my Real Techniques crease brush right here. And I think I'm going to go into, I know I want to put this one on the outer corner. So we're going to kind of save that one for last. But I think I'm going to take this one in the middle that has the little M symbol on it. I mean, not M, N symbol for Nomad. And I'm going to put that one in the crease. Oh my God, look at that. Woo! So is there anything exciting going on with you guys right now? I actually purchased a new car. I had a 2014 Nissan Rogue. I named her Baby. She's at like 152,000 miles is where she was at. She treated me very well. I didn't have any major issues start happening with her till around 145,000. And then at this point, at about 151,000, I noticed the transmission was starting to act up a little bit. So I took her to the Nissan dealership to have them check the transmission because I wanted to make sure that if anything was starting to happen, then I was going to go ahead and trade her in. So I took it in. They said there was some kind of a issue that was happening inside the transmission, so it was a transmission issue. The estimate they gave me was like over $3,000, and as you guys know, when you have a car with a lot of miles on it and the transmission starts to go, it is not worth replacing the transmission. At that point, you just want to go ahead and get yourself another car. So we started looking around. I'm going to go ahead and take this red shade right here and lay that down around the outer corner, the outer V, as some like to call it, right out here. But we started looking around solely because the first car that they showed us was a used car. Going into this, if I was going to have to get a new car, I wanted something that was going to be newer with less miles. That was like non-negotiable. They showed me a used 2019 and it had 39,000 miles on it. Now, I first of all thought that was kind of unusual for a car that's supposed to be newer, that it already has almost 40,000 miles on it. When we went in to just kind of look at the numbers, what we ended up finding out was that it was a rental car before. So yeah, that was something that just was not going to be something I wanted to look at as an option. So we started looking at brand new cars. I ended up finding a 2020 Nissan Rogue, different model than the Rogue they originally had, 10 miles on it after we did the test drive. That's the one that I left with. I got a really good deal and I'm pretty darn excited about it. So, and that one I named her, or named him, Hey Hey. What do we think? I think I want to deepen that red up just a little bit more. But these shadows are just so smooth, so beautiful. Just going to take that out just a little further. See if I can wing that out on the outside. Then I'm going to lay down one of these beautiful, gorgeous, shimmery, metallic shades. I'm going to take a little bit more of that middle burnt kind of orange shade and I want to drag that towards the inner corner of my eyelid just a little bit more. I'm going to blend that in towards the inner corner. This one or this one? You know what? I think since we're sticking with the orange thing here, I'm going to go ahead and go with this bright orange. The first thing I'm going to do though is lay down a little bit of my BH Cosmetics Base Booster just to give that shadow a little bit more shine and a little bit more definition as to where I want to lay it down. So I'm going to start laying down my base booster right here and take that kind of up into the crease. I guess we're doing sort of a cut crease. I'm not very good at doing cut creases. I have a very hard time with getting very detailed like that, but maybe we can like make it work. We'll see. I'm going to take the same brush now with that beautiful orange shiny shimmer and I'm going to start laying that down where I lay down my base booster. Wow, that is gorgeous. These shadows, the metallics in this palette, gorgeous, wet, shimmery, glossy goodness all on their own. But when you lay down a glitter base adhesive beforehand, it just makes it even more wet. You can also just take a setting spray or a face spray and just wet your brush, and that will also kind of help, to give it a little more shine. But doing it this way also helps the shadow stick to the eyelid a little bit better too. Doing the same on the other eyelid, laying down that base booster first, and then we're going to go back and lay down that shimmery metallic shade on top of it. I'm going to go back in with a little more of that red shade just to blend these two together. We want that shimmer metallic to kind of blend in to the other shades. I just love how well these shades just blend into each other. It's just, I'm having the exact same experience that I had with that Tokyo Harajuku palette. No struggling. Everything is just blending and melting into each other so well. Taking a little bit more of that first shade onto my big fluffy brush just to blend everything out. Before we move into that inner corner highlight, I want to throw something on the lower lash line real quick, and I think I want to go ahead and take the bright red here, just stick that, blend that into the lower lash line. As you guys know, I don't set my under eye concealer with powder, so sometimes that makes it a little bit harder to blend shadow underneath on that lower lash line, but at the same time, because I had that concealer down there that's not been set, it makes it a little easier to have something that like sticks to your under eye area as well. Now I'm going to go into my inner corner highlight area with this shade right here, just to bring a little bit of shine and wetness and glow into that inner corner area. This shade is more of a yellowy highlight, not gold, but like straight yellow. I can say for sure that I do not have a shade specifically like this one that's really bright yellow, lemony yellow, metallic in any of my other palettes. Take that under that lower lash line too, and just connect it. And that's the eye look. I'm going to go ahead and go offline, do my liner, do my lashes, throw on my lips, and then we'll come back and we'll do some final thoughts. And we're back. Lashes, liner, lips, all done. The liner that I'm using today is my Urban Decay Perversion liner in black. I absolutely love this. And my lashes are from Tony. You guys know how much I love my Tony lashes. These are the natural medium lashes. They are not too big. They're not too small. They're just the right size, in my opinion. I'm also using my Kiss lash glue liner. You guys, I swear by this. Now you just take this and you line your eyes with it, and you put a little bit on the lash base of the false lash. Let it dry for a little while, and it just sticks right on. No mess, no goop. I love it. And my lips are from AOA. The liquid lipstick and the liner are both in the shade Famous. Now let's talk about this palette. You guys, I absolutely loved it. I love the look that I was able to put together with it. These beautiful oranges and reds and yellows and gold tones in this palette. These shadows are just so smooth and buttery and pigmented. They blend without any effort whatsoever. This has become one of my absolute favorite eyeshadow formulas in my entire collection. These metallic shimmers are some of my absolute favorite formulas I have in all of my palettes, regardless of brand. They are just absolutely beautiful. If you guys are into reds and oranges and yellows, I definitely suggest grabbing this palette. I do not believe that you will be disappointed. And at $37, like I said, for an independent brand, that is a really, really good price. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you hit subscribe and join my little family. And if you would like to be notified of any videos that may be coming up in the future, just be sure to tap the notification bell down below. You'll be notified each and every time. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.